If I owned it, yeah.
All right, we back, and we just saw Sisu. Thoughts? Weren't even ready.
So fast, bro.
We're going here first. Go.
Someone else go first.
When an ex-soldier who discovers gold in Lapland wilderness tries to take the loot into the city, Nazi soldiers, led by the brutal SS officer, battle him. I will say it was a brisk 90 minutes, so
That's true. That
had
is
that
fair.
going for him.
Yeah. That's
I
Rare
liked
thing
a lot
these
of
days.
moments, but to be honest, I feel like I wasn't really on the
okay.
film's
cool.
wavelength for the most part.
I'm glad. So I didn't want to start out saying that. I wasn't
Yeah.
like, I feel like it really, really, really wanted to be like a Tarantino type thing, and it just wasn't. You know, like
Just the tone of it and the ridiculousness of it just did not mesh for me, to be
I
honest.
feel like there wasn't enough ridiculous. They had like 40 Nazis,
Not
and they all got
ridiculousness, but
killed
just-
like in like a second. Like there's no.
It was
cool kill.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was super ridiculous.
It was-
Crazy.
yeah.
Not in terms
There's
of
no
like
way
over the top
that
cleverness,
he
but
would
just
have
in terms
gotten
of
away
like
with that.
Yeah,
his
that part too.
invincibility.
It was like super underrated. If they
Yeah.
had like, all right, so if they should have had all the women who were like in the back of the truck, they should have introduced who this guy was. Like all the Nazis be like, who the fuck is this guy? And they're like, oh, you don't know the fucking Mountain Man or whatever? He's invincible. And like maybe he is fucking like Zeus or some shit. You know what I mean? He's like some god who's wandering around and can't be killed.
He was literally John Wick.
But like, yeah, but like, I feel like just
but not clever enough. Like
yeah.
He was pretty clever. Come on.
Yeah,
he
he
did
did
the
have
boat
some
trick.
clever,
He
yeah.
did the.
that was
He's
so
a thing at the
lame,
end
dude.
too.
He
with
threw the
guy.
vine.
Throwing the
Yeah.
mine was cool. I feel like the first time he killed someone with a knife, that was okay.
Oh,
But then
you all the bomb, the
They didn't-
torpedo.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first
the
action
last thing
sequence
with
is
the
pretty
guy.
dope.
it just
The
didn't
what?
live up
The
to
first
that.
action sequence.
They
was-
showed
was
like the
dope.
SS officer on the tank, and you think, oh shit, here's another badass hunter. And the dude just sucked. I feel like all the Nazis sucked, which I guess is the point. But there's no interesting bad guys to even root to be killed. It's okay. There's the one gross rapist guy, and he didn't even get fucking killed.
By the time we caught back up with his like death, I was like, oh, I forgot he was even
Yeah.
doing that from the beginning.
yeah, they,
Like,
they should have
Yeah.
just not
Didn't
shown
even
him
run
or
with that,
whatever.
yeah.
Just like you
Also,
know.
this bothered me. I don't know if it bothered you, but they're speaking English the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And it just kind of bothered me because it didn't
well,
seem
all
like
Nazis
fucking Nazi.
speak English, bro.
Nazi
Duh.
German.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Nazi German.
Don't you know anything about history?
I mean, maybe if they were saying more interesting things. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was,
It's like.
it was trying to be a lot of old movies I feel like I've seen, but it wasn't.
I
that.
feel like it was just super underwritten. Like the Nazis spent half their screen time just standing and looking off in the
Well,
distance.
our main protagonist said no words at all. They were trying to John Wick it, but it wasn't working for them.
I feel like-
because it was like there wasn't enough else happening in the story. It wasn't
Yeah.
bad though. Like
If they gave any
I
reason
don't know.
for him to want the gold, that would.
I
make
thought
sense.
they were gonna like, oh, because he
Explain it.
promised his wife that he would
Yeah,
do
they
something.
showed his
It's
fucking
like,
wedding ring a million
Yeah,
times
but
and
it-
never,
yeah,
no
legit.
motivation ever. Like, why did he clutch?
unless
onto
I
the
missed
fucking gold
something.
and shit?
Yeah, like yeah.
Because they're like, oh, his family got destroyed, his fucking home got destroyed. So okay, what the fuck does he care for? Like literally,
Sisu
like
or whatever.
yeah.
What
oh,
was even Sisu?
Dude,
They
there's
were-
no
fucking-
translation.
Yeah, was it like? But did
There's no
something
translation.
happen where he
I
went
don't know.
Sisu on him?
No,
I
they
don't
didn't because
know.
he was
They
never
never
fucking
explained
hopeless.
it.
Oh yeah, by the way, the stupid thing. Well, then he was hanging his foot
It
on the
made
nail,
no
and then he
sense to me.
stabbed himself.
I
He's like,
didn't
oh,
know.
that's
No, I
better.
was out.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
out.
I was
That
like-
was when I was kind of like, okay, we're taking some liberties here.
I
But
feel like at the
Yeah, go
minefield is
backwards
where they
there.
lost me because I was like, okay, cool. The bad guy tricked him into the minefield, but no, they're all just fucking suck and just like everyone's incompetent. They're staring out for like 10 minutes. That could have done anything else on screen, you know?
like start throwing rocks and seeing where mines
yeah,
were.
they
Yeah,
could have.
yeah, they
I mean,
could have done
I feel like
anything.
they had the opportunity there. They got all the different Nazis and they got the bike Nazi. That was kind of funny. how
Like
they
they were
ran
like
away.
5 deep as far as like vehicles were like
yeah,
little squadrons.
and they had the 3 fucking
Oh,
guys do everything. They had the opportunity. They could have had like
That
like
was
in a video
crazy.
game, like Mortal Kombat or something. You build up to the escalate Streets of Rage. You have the escalating tiers of bad guys. You got the big, and they could have done that. They had like, I mean, they had the different Nazi aesthetics. That people, the face is covered. You got the big guy in the tank, the cap and shit. But everyone was just so basic, and there's no cool kills or nothing interesting about any. There's no reason to want the people dead because that's the fact they're just Nazis. So they're never on.
Yeah, literally, they're just Nazis. We don't like. Maybe
That's
if like they
fine.
alluded to
Like-
them burning that city down, or
Yeah.
maybe they were
Like
doing that,
that,
but
further
I just
away.
didn't
They
get it.
didn't
Like,
seem intimidating
because
at all.
the
yeah, it wasn't even.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
Like
was
the
like,
only
oh,
one who
maybe that
had
was-
any characterization was the guy who was a rapist, and that was it.
Yeah,
That was
legit,
like the
legit.
only thing about any.
Everybody
of
else
them.
was just angry Nazi.
And they didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
They had the
Now it's
Like,
like they
try
wanted the
to-
gold, but they never actually went
never
for the
took
gold
it.
when they were hanging it.
Yeah.
Like it was so
No, they
stupid.
took it. They took the gold by then.
They
Yeah.
tried to.
No,
But I
they
thought that-
he still had it on his back.
No, they took it from
took
him.
it from and
They
they had to
took
go
the-
back
yeah.
and
Then he
kill
took
him
it
to
back.
take it. Like that, it wasn't very clearly like.
Yeah,
I feel
it
like that's
really
kind of
was.
the
That
whole
was
thing.
yeah. It
It's
was
like-
not very clear.
There was stuff about it that was well done, but I feel like ultimately, like most of these movies I feel like whenever a movie tends to let me down, it's usually the writing. Honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, remember when they had that first person view? I liked that,
Yeah.
but then it was like, why didn't they show them take the gold off of him and kind of
Yeah.
do more with that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but yeah, I don't know. They dropped the ball on a couple
Yeah,
things.
so
I think
also
they-
could have killed him like 70 times.
They could have.
He
Yeah.
did die like 5
Um,
times though.
Why hang him? Like why?
Yeah.
Just
why-
fucking shoot him.
Oh,
Ag,
and that
just when he's, like,
underwater
doing the
scene where he was,
surgery.
like, breathing the guy.
His
Oh,
blood
yeah.
was he like,
Yeah, like-
breathing the blood from
Yeah,
his
like,
veins?
That was pretty fucking metal. If the whole
It doesn't
movie
make
was
any
like
damn
that,
sense. Like
Yeah,
it's
like-
carbon
Yeah,
dioxide.
bro.
Yeah.
I
Doesn't
couldn't
make any
figure-
sense.
I was like, is he like opening his lungs
at
or
least they were
what's
like
Yeah,
fucking
he's
trying
sucking
with
the
that
air
though. They
out.
should have
Yeah,
watched like
like-
the episode of fucking Survivor Man before this and go, what kind of survival shit can
Yeah,
we
how
put
can
into?
Yeah,
what
He
is
didn't do
that's
anything.
it.
He didn't earn
realistic?
his fucking. All he did was just like fucking like Wile E. Coyote after every.
No, well, hold on.
explosion.
He got the music going.
yeah, yeah.
Warbling the-
When you hit the music, then you know something.
You know that it's important.
And it's like, oh, big boobs, so it's easier to
It's like,
carry.
shut up, you
And
should
it's like,
deposit
That
it.
was the first thing he said the whole movie,
And
wasn't
like,
it?
why does he give a fuck? Like, where else is he gonna carry it? Why does he want money? This man of the fucking the Laplands or whatever the fuck, you know, like.
Yeah. Well, I thought the family was gonna be like his family was gonna be the place that they bombed, and that's like his motivation. But then
Oh
they
yeah,
never brought that
yeah.
in.
But they,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
they
like,
literally
oh,
never
yeah.
talked about
I was
anything.
like, that would have
Like,
been good, but no.
Yeah.
And then the chapters, I thought it was gonna be some real shit. Like we were gonna maybe jump back in time for chapter something,
Yeah,
but it was just
like,
like,
okay,
okay,
it has a whole
minefield. I'm
And
like,
we're
nigga, I
all-
knew he was in a minefield.
They
Like,
don't even like explore the minefield. They like.
Yeah, I was like,
Gold.
just say no,
Yeah.
and then it was like
Minefield.
2 minutes.
They had a thing called the Nazis.
Nazis, yeah, like, bro, we know.
Scorched earth.
Yeah. They didn't really even go
Very
to that
obvious.
scorched earth.
They
let him live
literally
like a-
let me
that
down on
literally
scorched
was-
earth.
No,
But,
yeah.
I mean, just everything about it. I feel like I was let down. I think I remember now.
Do more John Wick stuff.
Well, I
You know,
think
he
I saw the
wasn't
trailer
really-
for this in
He
front of
wasn't.
John Wick
Yeah.
and whatever. I think they
They-
fucked with the marketing. They tricked me.
Because they had only the kill moments.
Yeah,
Like,
They had the
yeah,
best
yeah.
moments, and it was all downhill from there. It was just like nothing to support it. You know, even the action couldn't support itself. It was just like
yeah.
It's beat up pretty good.
it's so fucking.
He does
crap.
get beat up pretty
Yeah.
good, but it wasn't even exciting because of that to a certain extent. It was just like, okay, bro, like, I know that you're going to win, but you're not even putting up the kind of fight I'd hope to see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Sure, he did have some interesting little ways he killed people, but he
They-
wasn't putting up the fight I wanted to see.
Real
Like, he
missed
was just like,
opportunity.
yeah, almost dying and then
They
just
could
coming
have
back.
used those women as like a fucking like a exposition machine. You know what I mean? They could have had so much fucking
Yeah,
shit.
legit.
And
Fuck.
Yeah, what the hell?
There's someone pulling up right
You know what?
No. Uber.
Oh,
no.
yeah. Probably that other person standing over here.
Uh,
They're actually right there. I'm serious. That
Yeah.
person right there.
hiding behind.
Yeah. Hey, you call Uber? Uber? I don't know why we started walking like he was gonna pick us up if we stayed there.
Like abduct us or
not,
something.
not confused thing.
He's abducting us.
Anyways,
So yeah, Sisu, I would
go
give
off
it
Sisu
like
Road.
at like a 4 or 5.
Oh,
I
it's
was like-
ruthless out of here tonight.
I mean, I
I
like
missed
parts
these
of it.
kind of
when he
reviews.
fucking broke into the plane. That was so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, yeah, like,
gosh,
he
that
could
was.
fly off of that
Hold up, run.
immediately.
We could get into that, but just
There's a
you
lot
gotta hit the
that we-
number now. What's your number?
Yeah, probably 5.
5. I was gonna give it the 6.
Oh,
I mean, I was thinking
there
of
was-
maybe 6 because
I
it
was-
wasn't like
There was, I mean,
that
it was
bad.
watchable.
Maybe we'll
just
slap
like-
it at the 5 then.
Yeah.
We'll give it the 5. We'll run it even at 5.
Yeah, that was the kind of movie that there's no way I wouldn't have pulled out my cell phone, you know, and just like gotten distracted because nothing was fucking happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It, like just didn't rise to its own potential.
I saw the potential for sure.
I saw the
Yeah, it
potential,
had
but they
a lot
didn't
of
deliver.
potential.
Because it felt like it stole tropes,
It
but it
looked-
didn't deliver on the
Yeah,
story.
Yeah.
Like
Let me just
the-
say,
The writing was probably
The
like
music was pretty decent.
The
Like I
bad
liked the
part.
kind of like the good, the bad, and the ugly type shit. 'Cause
Boy,
that movie had like the fucking title cards and like the guitar and whatever. It just wasn't. It wasn't metal enough. You know what I mean?
cinematography was decent. I
Yeah,
noticed it a
it
lot
was.
during the first maybe act because there was literally no dialogue.
Yeah,
They
it
were
was
following
just.
him. And you could see the exaggerated moments with like even the little fire or like the burning like way down.
Yeah.
It was like literally he was lit so well. Like it
Yeah.
was almost like exaggeratingly so.
Oh, the gold in the
When the
fucking
gold
reason
was,
the hole.
was
It's
like
like,
Oh,
shining,
yeah, those-
shining on his
It's
face.
like there's no little shit
Just
like
in
that.
case you forgot.
Yeah.
All the jump
Yeah, like a
cuts and
huge
stuff. Like
fucking-
I couldn't tell if it was like too much, like it was good or bad. Like you know, if
Yeah.
it was
Somewhere in
if it was
between.
like a style that they were going for, or
It was
if they were
just-
just
I
trying
mean, there's
some
things
random
about
shit.
the people who are working on a movie. Some of them were really trying their hardest, and I feel like some of the pre-production stuff, like the writing, could have used a little bit more time in the oven. You know what I mean? A little bit, a couple more drafts of that shit. But yeah, the people on set. I mean, hey, the kills looked. It was well done. I mean, the blood
Yeah,
effects.
yeah,
none,
yeah.
none of it looked
all the
fake.
effects
Yeah,
were
legit.
good.
None of it
It
looked
looked
good.
fake, yeah.
Yeah.
Except the times when he was like obviously on green screen, he was like
Oh,
underneath
yeah.
the fucking truck
mean,
and
the
stuff.
plane
Some of those,
shit,
I
that
was
was
like,
like-
oh, the plane for
I
sure.
will say
That was
the
like
bomb
Wolverine
kill,
1.
I like the bomb kill.
The
That
bomb
was-
kills were cool.
That
for
was
sure,
when he
for
fucking
sure,
like
yeah.
ties the guy has the fucking the thing, the belt on his hand, and he
At the
latches.
end?
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
very end, the way
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I didn't like how the Gibbs had
Yeah,
him go
that
like
part.
"fuck you." I
Yeah.
thought that was like
Yeah, that was goofy.
In the beginning with the mines, using it as a smoke bomb distraction. That was
Yeah, that was cool.
as we talked about. Yeah.
It didn't.
was good for
Yeah,
that.
it had potential.
No, but the plane part, bro, that was ridiculous.
that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Why
I
did you
wanted
try
to
to-
just let that slide, but I was just sitting there watching him, and
It
then,
was like
and
Uncharted.
then he
worse than
falls off
Uncharted,
the
like-
plane for a
Yeah.
second, and then clinks in on him.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
No way.
you would have had like
that's not
0.05
yeah,
seconds
that's
to do
not
that,
what
bro.
This movie, like, what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was gonna be.
I had Hobo with a shotgun vibe
Yeah,
from
if
the
it
beginning.
was like Hobo with a
But
shotgun, then
Yeah.
that would have been better. But
It was
and
kind
I-
of like Hobo with a shotgun, but
I mean,
I
at least
think it
Hobo with a
was fun.
Like a
shotgun had like a
grindhouse.
lot of fucking kills and shit. And this one just like had like such lame kills, except for like the one knife to the head. I'm trying to think of what else was
Like,
the mine
the first
being
one.
thrown like a fucking
I wanted to
baseball.
do,
Yeah,
like,
that was cool.
RRR.
That would have been a.
Like, I wanted to go all out. If it was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah, if it was gonna be
that.
goofy.
If it was
I
gonna
didn't
be
realize it
that,
was a
like-
Finnish history. I don't really know a lot about Finland.
I
I
didn't
know a little bit
either.
about
That was
World War
interesting.
II because I've heard that they were fucking crazy, just like racking up like hundreds of kills. Just
even
knowing
them just
the
like
fucking-
burning a whole
Yeah.
city, I was like, oh, they probably were doing that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean the Finnish fighting back were apparently fucking like vicious. And I thought I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is like everyone's gonna be fucking like it's gonna be like
That's
this
what they
whole.
were trying to
Nope.
do, but
Well,
they
everybody
didn't
was
go all
dead
the
though.
way.
Yeah, it was just like
But then-
literally him and the girls.
But it's like the girls didn't do shit. You know, they had the girl power moment at the end where they're all like walking in a line.
they
but
and
did.
they were the Guardians of the Galaxy all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
I mean, they could have had so much missed
I
opportunity.
know. Yeah.
I like Fast
It was-
Nine,
it
Fast
felt
10
like
so
the,
much
oh,
better.
this
Who
would
would
be
have
a cool
thought?
moment.
You know, that's like fast. Yeah.
Like, oh, we gotta have a moment with the girls,
But
but they barely
Didn't
they
do
show
anything.
Yeah.
They didn't earn that walking
Yeah.
moment.
They
You know what I
didn't earn it.
mean?
I feel like the death of all the Nazis in the truck was such a missed opportunity. He should have gone like fucking ham through him, like do the fucking like
Yeah.
just like go like in like man like what would John Wick have done? Like a single shot, kind of just like
He would have.
fucking,
Yeah,
like,
come on.
you know.
And he didn't even really use guns. He just had that little pickaxe.
Yeah.
It's like I
Yeah.
guess
He
that
barely
wasn't
used the
bad.
pickaxe, too. I
That was
feel
kind
like-
of a character thing,
Yeah.
but at the same
And then-
time, it was like.
And he's scaring all these guys, but what?
The only hell he did was
Yeah.
this. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay,
I don't think
okay.
they
Then
earned
he,
that
like,
being
threw in the
scared
truck
moment.
or
And my
whatever.
guy had the gun.
They
Like,
didn't-
come
yeah.
on, that was crazy.
They didn't know what because like all the Nazis didn't get the whole backstory. It's only people in the tank. So if like the girls in the truck had been saying, "Oh, you're fucked now," to any you know. But yeah, Sisu. You know,
It was alright.
yeah. If you're you know,
Sisu, so.
I can think of
I
worse
mean, it
movies that
technically
you could-
failed.
Yeah, it's not
That's
like
pretty good,
yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah.
5 out of 10 is a
But-
failing grade.
I think
But it's not like horrible
I mean,
though. Like it's
I
still
think
watchable.
Hakeem said though, so. I feel like that's like the thing. It's like,
Sisu, so.
it's fine. Yeah. I wouldn't.
Well,
recommend it,
if
but I
you can
wouldn't
give
take
a
it away
movie
from
a
anyone.
1, you know, then technically it's actually an average score.
A 1?
Yeah, but in
If we're rating from 1 to 10.
yeah, but in school, like a 50 is a failing grade. You have to get a 60.
Yeah.
and
You have to get a
pass, you
60,
know?
You can give
yeah.
it, you can get a 1. You can
All right, we
get
out.
10%.